Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cinemenage or Trois podcast. I'm your host Ash, aka Mr. Fantastic, and I'm joined by Josh and Al, aka the Invisible Woman and the Thing.
That's actually the brick. That's me. Bit of an unprecedented day today.
Yeah.
We have no news.
Mr. Newsman is sad.
Wait,
we have, I suppose we can talk about one thing in the vein of news, but it will be very short.
Because it was meant to be a whole segment of the episode, but it turned out to be rather shite.
The Disney and Marvel Gaming Conference. Was it the conference or the showcase? Sorry.
I don't think
it was garbage.
It's not really worth giving it
No,
our
we're
time.
talking about it.
Because everything we wanted to see was in the sizzle reel at the end.
Yeah, and they didn't even show it in the showcase.
And they revealed a bunch of mobile games.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bad.
If you were interested in that and you missed it, save your time and just go watch something else.
Yeah, just anything else.
Because it was the biggest waste of 20 minutes of my day.
I mean, I'm glad it wasn't that much longer, because otherwise we would have wasted longer.
Mm-hmm. And then...
they wouldn't have shown anything of any, like...
just dog shit, wasn't it?
It was a bad show.
But then with that, we were then treated to a pretty good game showcase with
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
with the Ubisoft Forward, and
I enjoyed it.
Me and you watched this together, didn't we?
We did, and the first thing got us extremely hyped.
I mean, it opened up with the things that Minions wished they were, with the Mario and Rabbids. Sparks of Hope, I believe the subtitle
looks so fun.
Looks
great.
Which is a sequel to Mario and Rabbids Kingdom something.
Is it Battle?
I think it's Kingdom Battle, which was a turn-based strategy game. This one is going to be real time. More of an open world joint as well, from the look of things.
And we got a rabbit that was a conductor that was painfully French.
Yeah.
And also, he did this one scream during the gameplay that made both of us burst out laughing.
He also conducted a train called the Wiggler train.
Yeah.
So...
It was perfect.
But we got nearly 7 minutes of gameplay from it, and we saw Mario and his friends, and Bowser for some reason, who somehow is now Mario's friend, fighting a big Wiggler aboard the Wiggler train.
Every time you say Wiggler, I think of that one tweet.
You can't say it.
We can't say it.
You can't say it, but...
Yeah.
But this looked like a lot of fun, and looking at it, and I thought, haha, Mario and Rabbids, yeah, they're annoying, and that won't be a good sequel. It's a complete miracle the first one worked. And then I was just sat there, and I was just having the most amount of fun ever just watching that reveal.
Yeah, Mario was for some reason the Mario with no name.
He was, yeah. He had the dual wielding pistols, I
want to know where he got the gun from. Got the gun from.
Okay, Google, when do you unlock the gun in Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope? What happened after Mario? Oh my god, Google actually went off.
There were a few mobile games.
That's kind of it. It went into a lull, really.
Yeah, I feel it started really strong. There was a lull, and then
we got more Skull and Bones. Me and you were watching it, and we were kind of just like, this kind of looks a bit boring.
Yeah, it also looks like it is going to have a really bad monetization.
Aggressively monetized. And I know that you were excited for it, Path.
I didn't bother watching the trailer.
Right.
So I haven't got a clue about it.
Wow. But it just looks like it's going to be really aggressively monetized.
Yeah.
We saw the Division 2.
They're doing a new season, aren't they?
Season 10.
This season.
Wrapping up this season, they announced 2 new seasons.
Does anyone still play the Division?
Well, it would seem
Seems
so.
like it.
That game died.
We were like, this isn't really for us, but obviously people are out there playing it. They announced a new spin-off game called Division Heartlands, which I feel like it was leaked before the show.
Yes.
But they showed off gameplay of it.
Kylo
You're right.
seemed very impressed by it.
He did. He was incredibly impressed by it, but they showed it off. It's smaller scale. It's in like a rural American town.
Yes,
Got
this was
PvP
the one
elements,
I missed because I had to go.
PvP elements, PvE elements. It just
Yes.
looks like more of the Division, but just on a smaller scale. And like, I really liked the first game. I know when I said that, Ash was like, "No, I didn't."
Yeah, I really did not like the first game.
But then
I didn't like it.
I never gelled with the second one.
Yeah, the second one I've never played.
They then shut off a Division mobile game, which is
another mobile game, which
oh, okay. Anyway,
like the mobile games were the weakest part,
and then they shut off Rainbow Six Mobile,
which is just Siege,
which looked like Siege on mobile.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
I don't get how it's gonna work.
Like
people
Siege,
could connect their controllers to it.
Well, that was the thing I was saying. Looking at it, was like, well, they've clearly just like nerfed this loads because there was no recoil control. Because obviously,
but could you imagine trying to control recoil on a fucking phone?
On a phone, yeah, that was the thing. Then it was Just Dance, I believe,
which I dug. The whole dance.
Was there anything between Rainbow Six and Just Dance?
I don't know. My head is filled with rabbits.
It is. His head is filled with rabbits and dreams.
But
Just Dance, they did their usual. Well, they didn't. That's the thing. They announced it, and they didn't do their usual Just Dance thing of having a bunch of pretentious professional dancers come out on stage.
Yeah.
But then they did show off like a level gameplay. And,
yes, they did, and there was one person who was like, "God, you look like a professional dancer," and there was one guy who was vibing. There was that one dude, but the thing is, they didn't tell like the names. So I said, "This person won." And we're like, "Who were they? Who was this person?"
Who was this person?
There's one we missed, which was Riders Republic.
Oh yeah,
Riders Republic is bringing BMXing and
that's out in like 3 days.
Yeah, season 4 it is, and it's called Freestyling, but it's cool because it doesn't have the G on the end.
I remember me seeing this, and I think I sort of zoned out for a bit and didn't realize that they were adding BMXs, and I just went, "That's a bunch of Vans apparel right there."
Yeah, you seem so confused by the fact that there was just Vans stuff.
They're all just wearing Vans. Like I own a pair of Vans. I have Vans socks.
Make me skater boy.
I am a skater boy. I said, "See you later, boy."
I am skateboard.
I wasn't good enough for her. We also missed the Netflix.
Yes, there's a partnership going on. So there's upcoming titles, isn't there, for the mobile gaming?
They're developing 2 mobile games. One of them's an Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, there's 3. There's 3. Valiant Hearts 2.
That's it, Valiant Hearts.
Another Mighty Quest.
And
an Assassin's Creed.
And a
TV show.
And
again, a live-action Assassin's Creed TV show. But I like this article that I looked up. This is Kotaku. And they have said Netflix isn't just the home of transphobic has-been comedians. And I would like to just say, yikes.
I mean, I don't think I've ever met like a platform that Ubisoft just won't go on.
Yeah, that's true. But talking about series...
Television
Quest.
Mr. Quest, as they call it on the Always Sunny podcast.
I missed the end of this, and you said it was very funny.
It was just David Hornsby like lost in a corridor. I was buckled.
I really want to watch it because
I love Rob McElhenney.
Yeah, just the view of Arbed going, yeah, he's a real piece of shit. He's like the worst person ever.
Danny Pudi's in it. David Hornsby's in it. I believe Megan Gans writes for it, and she's written some pretty good episodes of Community and good episodes of Sunny.
Yep.
So it's something I really want to watch, but I don't have Apple TV. So it's not something I can watch unless, I pay more money. Returning to the days of cable television.
No thanks.
We also seem to have skipped past Trackmania 2. Well, no, not Trackmania Turbo. That's the one before it. Just Trackmania. A game I've played Trackmania Turbo. I've not played.
I've played Turbo.
Turbo's fun.
It's a game that
Turbo is a lot of fun.
whilst playing it in first person makes me violently ill.
Yes. This trailer made me feel so unwell.
Me and Ash watching the trailer just like
We were audibly just.
it was kind of just gross. But it's a very fun game, and this game's probably going to be just as fun as Turbo.
Yeah, it might make you a bit sick.
It might make you a bit sick, bear that in mind. But fun game. Then I believe this is where.
Well, we had Rocksmith Plus, but that's just basically just something we've had before.
Go buy a book, you nerds.
Yeah, but can we go into the cool stuff now?
I know you want to get into the meme.
As the resident assassin, I want to say that I actually don't kill people for money.
The resident ass man.
I mean, if anyone has any offers, I might consider it. But
I mean, they make a lot of money, don't they? Like hitmen and stuff.
Well, I wouldn't know. You sound like someone with experience,
wouldn't you? But yeah, Assassin's Creed.
I really enjoyed the Assassin's Creed stuff.
Danny, what's his name?
What's his name?
Sean.
Sean
was in it.
But his self burn was pretty funny. It's like, Sean sounds exactly like me. If that doesn't show you the range of my acting ability.
I mean, for once, it's one of the times where I've been watching a conference and I've not thought that the hosts are complete and utter cring.
No, they seemed like they were into it.
But they kicked off, well, they properly kicked it off by bringing shit-eating grin man Yves Guillemot out to announce Eve.
YVs
audibly groaned.
We did.
Then they went into the preamble of the Assassin's Creed show with Sean and the producer woman.
Yes.
That made me sound like an awful sexist. I apologize.
Yeah, but the thing is, Sean isn't his real name.
No, I know. So this is out, I guess. We got the first of 3 big Assassin's Creed games, I believe, and 1 Assassin's Creed mobile game. And this was the one that had been heavily rumored before the show. Well, practically leaked before the show. Assassin's Creed Mirage.
They confirmed it.
Did they?
They confirmed it before the show.
Am I just the epitome of professionalism?
It was leaked a while ago, but then they were just like, fuck it, we're just going to announce that this is coming, and now they're showing.
So, to my knowledge, and this was something that you both told me, this was meant to be a DLC for Valhalla. Before it seemingly grew too big and became its own game.
Yes.
From what they've said,
going back to roots, going back to the classic sort of style. It's set in 9th century Baghdad. It's following Basim, who is a character from Valhalla, a game I still have not finished.
A game I have finished.
Game I don't like.
But it looks really cool. And it is starring. Would you like to say the name, Al?
God, why have you done this to me?
Because you can say her name, I can't.
It is starring. Oh God, let me find her name now because I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I'm
looking at it and I'm going to butcher it.
I'm looking at it now. It's starring Emmy Award-winning Iranian-American actress Shohreh Aghdashloo. As Basim's mentor, Roshan.
Very nice voice.
She does have a very recognizable voice. I would like that woman to read an audiobook to me. Just so I can plug it again. She was in Destiny 2 for a little bit.
She was also in Arcane.
She played. She was in Arcane. She's the police lady.
Police lady.
But this game looks like a lot of fun from that trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, it really can't hurt Ubisoft to just release Assassin's Creed 1 again, but do it in modern day. Like, with modern technology.
This is earlier than Assassin's Creed 1.
I mean more like modern like technology and stuff. Also, a bit of news that I saw just before we started recording. This game will be coming to last-gen consoles.
Just pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, which obviously makes sense if it was to be a Valhalla DLC, is that it runs in the same engine. And those games were on last gen. So
yes, so it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Speaking of Valhalla, though, we're just gonna quickly say about this: is a new DLC coming. The last chapter
Is it a DLC? I thought it was a free update.
Free update or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's the end to Evo story. It wraps up several quest lines from the game. That's what it said. What was the next Assassin's Creed game?
Codename Jade.
That was it. It was Codename Jade next.
That is the mobile game. It is confirmed to be in 215 BCE China.
Yes. I remember you asked me immediately what the date said. And I went 200 and something.
Yes.
So the trailer they showed was in-engine footage.
And it looked really good for a mobile game.
Me and you were sat there like, this looks pretty good for a mobile game. I might very well consider picking this up.
Yes.
Also, they said that for the first time in the series, you'll be able to customize your own character.
It's pretty interesting.
I
know it's only a mobile game, but
I know there's.
It seems like it has more chops than the other mobile games.
Big stigma around mobile games, but it looked incredible.
It did look really nice.
Like really nice, and it's Assassin's Creed. Not to sound like a big Assassin's Creed show, but I feel like Assassin's Creed has hit a lot more times than it's missed.
Yes, we said that. We said that while watching this.
So
it's definitely had more hits than misses.
It can only really be a good thing, can't it?
Yeah. And then we got another code name. They're all code names because they're not coming out for a while, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
But code name Red.
Now this was a game I legitimately never thought Ubisoft would try and make.
No, because this has been wanted for a while, but then Ghost of Tsushima came out, and I never thought they'd go for it. But we're getting feudal Japan.
But like you said in relation to the Ghost of Tsushima point before, is that the care that Ubisoft take into crafting their worlds and the research they do to make these worlds, it will be able to set itself apart from Ghost of Tsushima.
Because Ghost of Tsushima was very much a sort of a samurai film, rather than depicting a accurate.
It was more an ode to like Kurosawa, films of the time than it was to.
This will be real places, recognizable places in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in feudal Japan. I say some point because feudal Japan is
a long time.
So we don't know exactly where or when it's going to be. It can't be all of Japan because that's big.
And then we got the final of the Assassin's Creed code names,
which is probably the most interesting to me.
Assassin's Creed codename Hexe.
Looks like some spooky shit's going on.
So
me and Ash deduced what this
Hexe is witch in German. And this was kind of leaked, but I saw the leaks afterwards. So during the Holy Roman Empire, in like 1625, there were a lot of witch trials that went on in Germany. A lot. It was the Wurzburg witch trials, and because a German word for witches is Hexe, and there was a lot of that looked like fire, and
because the first thought we both had was Salem.
Yes,
the Salem witch trials.
We thought Salem at first, but then
we went to translate the word.
Yeah,
and it was German, and it correlates to actual historical events. So
we were Holmes and Watson.
We were Holmes and Watson.
The Will Ferrell,
Will Ferrell and John C.
Reilly one
of the Ubisoft forward.
That looks super interesting because they said it's going to be kind of a departure.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we should say Codename Red is Quebec. It's Ubisoft Quebec.
Yes.
They did Odyssey. Ash, can you do the rest? Because you remember a lot more than I do.
Which one? I think
they do.
Quebec was 3, right?
Yeah, Quebec was 3. They did Brotherhood and Revelations as well, I believe.
Yeah, so they got some good games under their belt.
And then Codename Hexe is going to be Ubisoft Montreal, which is the big boy Assassin's Creed. The Valhalla people, the ones most synonymous with Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
They then just went on to reiterate the Netflix deal.
And
they
Infinity.
Yeah, Infinity. I don't really know. I still don't really know what it is.
No, but it seems like Hexy and Red are going to be under the Infinity banner, so I don't understand.
From what I understand, it's just some sort of platform to access Assassin's Creed from.
Yeah.
Whether that means it's just another like launcher or a storefront just dedicated to Assassin's Creed, don't really know.
We don't know. They really didn't specify that much.
They did reiterate about the Netflix partnership, and they confirmed that the game that they have in development, the Assassin's Creed one, is a separate game to Codename Jade. So there will be two mobile games.
There's 2 mobile games.
And then
yeah, that was it for Ubisoft.
That was it.
I still think Rabbids stole the show.
I did really enjoy it.
I did. Like there were a few lulls, but overall,
coming off the back of like some really bad conferences this year, like Gamescom being a letdown, then the Disney and Marvel Games Showcase being a letdown.
Yeah, but that was more than a letdown. That was something else.
That was the fact that it was going to be a point in our podcast and it got relegated to a fucking miniature news story really says it all.
Absolute shite.
But I really enjoyed this, and
the thing with Assassin's Creed is like it looks good, but if they don't go back to the old combat, I won't buy it because I fucking hate the new combat that they use. So I can't get excited for Assassin's Creed until I see anything.
Well, obviously Mirage is going back to
but they haven't said old combat. They've said it's going back to their roots where it's more stealth based.
Yeah, which is I'm more happy because the stealth in Valhalla is dog shit.
And then obviously Red and Hexy are going to be in the new
They said
style.
they're RPG. They said RPG, but they didn't say how it's going to play. They just said they're RPG series.
Like, and I have
combat and Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla is dog shit. I hate it.
I have iterated before that I wish that they would have just released those games under a completely separate banner. But like, that's not to necessarily say that I think they're bad games because I really like all 3 of them.
Yeah.
But I believe that's it. That's it for Ubisoft. Very good show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Very happy with it. It's nice to see a return.
Oh wait, there's one thing I forgot to mention.
Oh,
Rayman.
Oh yeah, he's going to be in the Rabbids.
The Rabbids game
for the 3rd DLC pack.
For some reason, I was so hyped. I made an audible squeal when
it was funny because I was sat there like, do Donkey Kong again, do Donkey Kong again, do Donkey Kong again, and then it was like it panned over all of these like Rabbit years, and then it went to Rayman, and we both went, wait a minute, Rayman.
That's Rayman. It was great. It was good. Very good reveal. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Just Rabbids are just minions, just better.
They are. Minions wish they had that much pull.
Well, they apparently do at this point.
Don't know. I turned Minions off last time I tried to watch it.
Yeah, bad movie.
Awful movie.
Bad movie.
But they steal the crown jewels.
Yeah, but they would have supported Hitler, so you know.
True. But does that mean Bob is now the king of the United Kingdom because he stole the crown jewels in the Minions movie?
Well, for the moment, it's Charles.
Good old Charlie boy.
Yeah, that's the name.
Right, before we get into that.
No politics here, thank you.
No politics here. We move on to a little segment that we seem to be doing every week now. That's called There in That.
Question mark.
Question mark, exclamation mark.
Whoa, it's an exciting one this week, you could tell.
It really is. This week, I feel like we've picked everyone's favourite troll.
Gotta pay the troll toll.
Gotta pay the troll toll to get into that boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. It's Danny DeVito. He also posts regularly on his Twitter, just a post called Trollfoot, where he just takes a picture of his feet.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that one.
They're not pretty. But we're going to cast him in some movies that he's not in.
Who wants to go first?
I feel like you should go first, Josh, because you were the one who suggested this, and you have one. I know you do, and you're excited to say it.
No, someone else can go first this week.
Right, well, I'll go first then. I think they should cast him in this little indie television show called Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I think that he should play the father of Dennis and Dee Reynolds. I think it would make for 15 brilliant seasons of television.
That sounds perfect. Oh my god!
But seriously, Dr. Manhattan in Zack Snyder's Watchmen, and I want him to do the nude scenes as well.
That's
you want him to hang dong?
I do want him to. I heard dude hangs dong.
It's Magnum Dong.
How many times? How many funny references are we going to get into this conversation? That's the real question. Whoops. Anyway, I started blast.
All right. Well, I don't have a casting per se, but I have a movie pitch.
Yes.
So I want it to be Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about this, right? It's going to be really funny.
God.
They're
twins. They're twins.
They are twins. They're like long lost twins.
Oh,
and all wacky hijinks ensue.
Wow.
And I don't know what we can call it. Maybe we can. I don't know.
Maybe we can call it twins.
That seems a bit too on the nose.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe like
siblings
Matilda or something.
Or maybe, yeah, Matilda. God.
I can't keep up with this bit. Oh Christ! But
do you actually have anything?
I actually don't. That was my pitch.
That was pretty good. The comedy saves it.
You have entered the comedy area.
Okay, so there's a really famous film from the 80s starring Julia Roberts.
Oh God, no! No, they did this. They did this as a Sunny episode. If you're going to say Pretty Woman, they did this as a Sunny episode.
Yeah, I know, but I want the actual film.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh God, no!
I'm gonna make that whore my wife.
I want Danny DeVito playing the Pretty Woman.
You want him playing the Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
You service not only my crank, but my heart. I watched that episode recently. It's fucking hilarious.
I want him in, the tight dresses.
So you want Richard Gere to turn prostituted Danny DeVito into a quote-unquote pretty woman?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait to see the edit.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger going to be in it? Put the cookie down.
But yeah, I mean, once again, pretty fun edit for the YouTube thumbnail right there.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to blur the cock and balls out of Dr. Manhattan, or just find one where he's wearing the underwear.
Yeah, maybe just the one where he's wearing the underwear.
It's up to you. But I believe that concludes that segment.
Do you know for your Dr. Manhattan, do you want him like Dr. Manhattan shape, or do you want him Danny DeVito short?
No, I don't want them to do what they did with Billy Crudup, where they completely CGI a model and just give him their voice. I want Danny DeVito.
So you want rotund belly?
I want little Dan. Yeah, he doesn't. With the hair as well, like the wild, like receding, like bald on the top hairline. I want that too. Okay. Now we move on to D23. We're skipping the games because, like we said, shit.
Absolute garbage.
So we're going on to movies and television, and I don't imagine this is going to be in any particular order.
We're just going to talk about the stuff
as
interested us and the stuff that we thought just looked shit.
Would anyone like to throw something onto the table first? Because if not, I got
something I got an issue with.
What?
Thunderbolts.
Why do you have an issue with Thunderbolts?
The team's dog shit. Four of them do the same thing, or five of them do the same thing.
The team is absolute. I was saying this to Ash. The team is absolute dog shit, and besides Ghost, they are all the same character.
So I made a little list of characters that they could have put in that would be better. And first of all, Red Hulk. And I know, is this William Hurt? I know he passed away, but could have got someone else.
Before we carry on, though, my big question is, where are Abomination and Baron Zemo?
These are two other ones that I've got in my list as well.
Where are they? They should be in this lineup.
Yeah, I don't understand where they went.
Like, Bucky shouldn't be in it, just at all. the thing I was wondering, and I said this to Ash, was that there are 4 characters that have been in Black Widow in that shot.
Yeah,
there.
it is.
And I'm really worried that this film is going to have a Black Widow 2 : Thunderbolts. Like, because that is something that I can see Disney doing.
I could see it. I hope that isn't the case. But then again, am I going to watch it? I don't even know.
I know. More people I got on my list is America Chavez.
Yeah.
He was in the Thunderbolts in the comic.
I reckon they want to save it for Young Avengers.
Elektra.
Yeah.
Yeah, bonjour. Elektra would make... Bonjour.
Look who we found.
Punisher.
Bonjour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider.
He's going to be in Midnight Suns.
And then Bullseye.
Yes, they have a. I forget this.
The problem is, I'm really iffy on what is canon from the Netflix show. Still,
better be
like,
all of
is
it.
all of Daredevil canon?
It better be all of it.
Because I know Feige would probably be like, "No, this doesn't work. This is canon."
Yeah, but Feige's a cuck.
Yeah, but he's the one who controls the whole thing. So
that's probably why the film's a shit.
Well, talking about Daredevil, because that was another thing that was there.
Yes.
Along with Echo, I feel like the big point to take away from that is that Kingpin will return in Echo with bandages on his eyes, which is something they did in the comics.
Yes. But it just seems so unrealistic for this character that we have seen in such a realistic light for so long.
Shoot a man point blank in the head and he just survives. Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem a little off because we've seen this character in a very different way.
We got the Daredevil logo, which
it's a pretty good logo.
I think the double D's. Not in that context, obviously. But I can't wait to see the double D's on his chest. Like, he beat me to it. But other than, he also said in an interview that he doesn't believe that Slapstick Daredevil will work for an 18-episode show. So
I'm worried about that.
I'm hoping that's indicative of the fact that he's not going to try and play it slapstick through the whole run of it. I don't want jokey, quippy Daredevil, because we've seen the footage of him in She-Hulk. I've seen the mid-season trailer, and it looks a bit quippy, but like,
he doesn't seem too quippy.
They're definitely gonna fuck. Like 100%. He couldn't handle the She-Hulk pussy.
The shussy. But yeah, it's weird.
A lot of it was something that I'm going to bring up in my Geekly Confession that annoys me. So we'll leave that for that discussion.
Can we talk about the best Marvel thing that was revealed?
Yes, I know exactly
by far the best thing they showed off.
Werewolf by Midnight.
Werewolf by Midnight looks so good.
So before we get into actually talking about it, it's being directed by Michael Giacchino,
which is wild.
The man probably most known for just composing a lot of things. He did the Batman soundtrack, he did Up, he's done Rogue One, he did Star Trek. The man's done a lot, and he's most known as a composer. But it seems Marvel are bringing him on to direct this Halloween special. It looks so good. It looks really good.
If you look closer, you can see Man-Thing.
It does look. It looks very much like an ode to like the 1941 Wolfman.
Yeah,
and like just the Universal monster movies as a general rule.
Honestly, I'm actually really excited for this.
It does look really good.
Really, really good. So that is probably the best thing that I saw.
There was a few like cast announcements there was a trailer for Secret Invasion before I move on. Actually,
I didn't watch the trailer.
I watched it and I thought it looked pretty good, but I'm really hoping that it's not one of these like 6-episode movies that they seem to just be doing at this point, and it's like an actual television series.
I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't watch anything to do with Marvel or look at it because I just don't.
What, you didn't watch Werewolf?
Nope.
What?
Well,
this so good.
as
so
soon as
good.
Kevin Feige came out and said there's no Fantastic Four stuff, I was like, I don't really give a fuck, and I
I
just
mean,
stopped paying attention
But
to
the
it.
thing is, that's a narrative that everyone created for themselves,
Yeah,
that there would
it's
be Fantastic Four there.
Yeah,
They
something
never
that
ever said that they were going to be there.
it is something
I've
that
made it
people just
clear numerous
made up.
times, though, that I do not give a fuck about the MCU until Fantastic Four or X-Men come in.
Oh, they said X-Men won't be for a while either.
Yeah, I've just seen this on Twitter because I'm looking at Twitter. I didn't know that Electric Mayhem did a performance at D23.
Did they?
What the fuck? No, but Electric Mayhem, the Muppets band. You know, more drum, more
way.
drum.
No way.
Yeah, Electric
idea.
Mayhem performed at D23. You don't know how do you know Animal and the Muppets, his band.
Okay.
This man doesn't.
This man is a
Move
Muppet.
on.
Move on.
This man is just a Muppet.
He's
But
not. And there was
but can we also just mention one thing about live performances?
what?
I can do this all day.
Oh, the Rogers the Musical.
I honestly, that's probably like my favorite bit from like Modern Marvel. It's just that everyone waited for like the post-credit scene of Hawkeye, and it was just Rogers the Musical.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like that, but that's
feel like
really all I had to say about
the
Marvel.
the only other Marvel thing I can think of that also acts as a nice segue into another point is that Ke-Huy Quan has been cast in Loki. And that segues nicely into that photo of him and Harrison Ford performing the reunion of Indy and Short Round.
That was such a
lovely.
good photo.
And then transitioning that into Indy 5.
It's going to be his last one.
Harrison Ford's last Indy movie. He's done falling over for us, as he said.
That does seem just like the most Harrison Ford thing you can say.
We didn't really see. Well, like there wasn't any footage released to the public of it.
No, there's a picture.
But James Mangold directing.
I'm happy with that.
You know,
that man did a good stuff for
wonderful send off for Logan. Yeah, so if he does even close to the same for Indiana Jones, I'd be happy. Yeah. He like really teared up like talking about this.
Yeah.
And it means he cares because every time he came out to talk about Star Wars, just stone faced. So, you know, I've got hope for this. It's gonna be
I have as well. But you did mention Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
We
finally got the official release of the leaked Mandalorian trailer from San Diego Comic-Con.
This is the first time I watched it because I didn't want to watch it after it had been filmed on an LG Smart Fridge.
And I'm going to let Josh get it out of his system before we actually talk about the trailer.
Stupid. They should have put more scenes in.
Why, though? Because I haven't seen it, and I thought it was a good trailer. I never watched it because it looked like garbage.
It didn't, though. You could easily make out what you could see in the trailer.
Genuinely, I went to watch that trailer and I turned it off.
I could make it out easily, the one that I saw.
You know, why should they have to pander to the fact that someone recorded something and leaked it?
Because it came out.
It was
it didn't come out, though, did it? It was a leak.
This was always the point they intended us to see it. Like, we were never meant to see it back at San Diego.
Yes. So they don't need to pander to the fact that it was a leak.
I watched the trailer and I knew Bo-Katan was in it, and that was, you know, I knew Grief Karga was back, and that was kind of about it. But we saw, but seeing it for real, he goes back to Mandalore. As you can see the bombed out remains of the Mandalorian capital city. From what I gather, Bo-Katan isn't necessarily going to be the nicest of people. It's just an assumption. I'm inferring it from the trailer.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, the little Babu Freak man is in it as
Ashton.
There's a few shots of his new space muscle car, as I call it. One of them has a droid in the droid hole, but then a few of them have the little window that he has at the moment where Grogu sits in it.
Droid in the droid hole doesn't sound appropriate.
I'm going to put my droid in your droid hole now. We also got a trailer for Tales of the Jedi.
I didn't watch the trailer, but I didn't even know it was happening. So
animated series by Dave Filoni again. It's going to have 6 episodes. 3 of them are going to be about a young Count Dooku whilst he was in the Jedi Order, and 3 of them are going to be about Ahsoka. Some of the episodes appear to be post Clone Wars, and some of them appear to be during her training. All of the Count Dooku episodes are obviously when he was a Jedi, and some of them focus on the time where he was training Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
It all looks just usual Clone Wars stuff. Very, very good. Very excited. Dave Filoni is probably the best man to be taking Star Wars forward at the moment.
I just wish they didn't do Ahsoka. So I feel like we've had enough Ahsoka.
But that's the thing, though. Like they're covering events, and we get to see Obi-Wan. He's got the mullet in the trailer. If you didn't watch, he does. He has animated with his Obi-Wan mullet. We get to see Anakin with shorter hair.
Oh.
Captain Rex is in it again. Fan favorites. I'm excited. Like,
yeah. I mean,
I
like Dave Filoni's hat.
We got a date announcement for Bad Batch. I believe January 24th. But I will check that quickly just to make sure I'm not wrong. January 4th. Sorry, not 24th. I really liked the first season of Bad Batch. I thought it was very good. It could have easily just been filler, but I feel like the first season of Bad Batch was a lot stronger than the first season of Clone Wars was.
There's no comparison there, is there?
No, like Clone Wars was a pretty bad first season. It's quite hard to get through.
I can say I agree.
We
got Skeleton Crew.
Yes, there wasn't actually any footage of it.
There was a picture, though.
Public. There was a picture of Jude. I believe John Watts is helming this.
He is,
and it's described as a coming of age story in space. Back to the Mandalorian is Rick. I'm gonna look up his surname because I don't want
Sanchez.
No, not Rick Sanchez. Rick Famuyiwa is the executive producer on this season of The Mandalorian.
Give us an example.
He directed a few of the episodes in season 1, like the good ones. He directed the prison ship one. I know that for sure.
Ooh.
We also got casting news for The Acolyte, but that wasn't at D23. I believe the big news was that the Squid Game man has been cast in it. What's his name?
The Squid Game man.
The Squid Game man.
I haven't seen Squid Game, so I can't.
Lee Jung Jae, the Squid Game man, has been cast in a role in The Acolyte, a show that is set before all of Star Wars and focuses on the Sith. I believe that is all we had for Star Wars.
I think so. Oh, and we saw Yaddle.
We did see Yaddle. Yaddle was in the animated trailer for Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I feel incredibly remiss for not mentioning that. I apologize.
Gosh. The most important bit of news.
We also got the final trailer for Andor, which once again just looks incredible.
I have been in this fight
since I was 6 years old.
I didn't watch it.
What the Rebels do.
I haven't seen that one, actually.
Rebel.
Andor seems kind of interesting to me, but I haven't seen the newer trailers.
I'm looking forward to it, and it's out not next week, the week after, I believe. But wait a second. No, by the time this episode goes out, it will be the Wednesday of the week after. So it'll be the next Wednesday after the episode goes out. Dating us again. Sorry, I apologize.
Yikes.
But that was it for Star Wars.
No.
Just a roundup of general Disney content. And I want to bring the first thing to the table right now. Mufasa can get in the fucking bin.
It can. Why is it a thing?
What is this?
Why is it a thing?
The resident Lion King fan, I'm sure you have something to say.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I don't know much about it. I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, but there was nothing other than an announcement. But surely you're as outraged as we are.
Because it's not...
Is it live action?
Yes,
it's live action and it's not James Earl Jones.
It can get fucked.
Yeah, there we go.
The live action film's dog shit.
And for some reason, Timon and Pumbaa are in it.
Why? My question is why? Why did they keep trying to remake things that were already good? And this is a point that runs through this entire Disney section of the conference. Little Mermaid looks like dog shit. Looks like the most bland and lifeless thing imaginable. The Little Mermaid already exists and is a pretty stellar movie. It makes me angry. They're making
You're
Snow
getting
White.
very.
It's going to be the same thing. They just shouldn't make these films because they're just bad. Yeah.
I've only enjoyed like 2 of the Disney remakes, maybe 3. I've enjoyed Aladdin, but it's nowhere near as good as the original.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed Cinderella, which I think is a better film than the original.
Fair enough.
And I've enjoyed Jungle Book, which I also think is a better film than the original. But other than that, they're all dog shit.
I love Jungle Book. Jungle Book is so good.
No one fucks like Gaston.
I didn't watch that. Emma Watson isn't pretty enough to play Belle, in my opinion.
Jesus Christ, this man's attacking everyone.
He's big.
No, Belle's meant to be this fucking like beacon of beauty, and Emma Watson, like, she's just not.
Is not.
Just look at her, and all I see is like some fucking little snotty-nosed teacher's pet brat from Hogwarts. Like,
another thing about the Snow White movie is that Gal Gadot is in it. Gal Gadot can't act. Stop putting her in things, please. Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no.
She can't act. Like, please stop casting her in things. She's not good in them. I've seen footage from her in Death on the Nile. It looks like she is reading every single one of her lines from a teleprompter.
Oh, God. Can we talk about something that I think looks interesting?
Yeah, I just wanted to get the...
Pixar's Win or Lose. I think that looks really cool.
I didn't want to get the pre-way because they anger out of the way.
So Will Forte, Coach Dan. But it's a series. It's actually Pixar's full-length series. But it's a series that follows a softball team. But each episode focuses on a different member of the team, showing their point of view of the same week, but with different animation styles.
That does sound very interesting to me.
It does sound like an interesting concept.
And like, I'm kind of I'm kind of sick of Pixar. Sometimes.
Yeah, but I think that it sounds like an interesting concept. That
like Elementals looks like a pretty crap concept.
Yeah,
like it
did
looks
you
like.
Did you hear about Inside Out? It's gonna get new. It's gonna get new emotions.
But which emotions? Riley's teenage emotions.
In all actuality, insecurity's got to be one of them.
Probably anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the one that Twitter wants me to say because
I'll get existential dread.
I'll get put on a list if I say that one.
What about a teenage girl feeling that emotion?
She's a child.
We leave her to the nonsense of the world.
I didn't think it needed a sequel anyway.
No.
I enjoyed Inside Out.
It's the case with most Pixar films, though. When they announced Incredibles 2, I was like, do we need it?
The moment they bring Remy back, I'm going to lose my
Remy!
Ratatouille's perfect.
Remy the Ratatouille. He is not the Ratatouille. He makes the Ratatouille. He's not a steamed vegetable dish. He's a rat.
I'm going to pitch some more. Why is there another live-action Peter Pan? Again. Stop making live-action Peter Pan!
I swear, it's got to be between Peter Pan and Robin Hood, doesn't it, for the most live-action adaptations of it.
Yeah, but Disney don't make all of the live-action adaptations.
No, I know that. I know that.
But Disney just seem to make all of the Peter Pan ones. It's always them.
Yeah, like, Robin Hood is very much, like, that has been a story that has been around a long time, and just the first I wouldn't even say Disney's one was the first popular iteration of Robin Hood.
No, sexy Kevin Costner. Was Kevin?
Everything I do it for you.
Yeah, why are they doing Peter Pan?
We got like Men in Tights for like Robin Hood, which was funny.
Why are we getting Peter Pan again?
I don't know. We've had so many within the past 20 years.
I felt this a lot looking at the Disney stuff that they announced. For everything that was interesting, it was like, but why again?
Just again.
One thing I was kind of happy about the remix was what's it called? Atlantis.
Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Where was the official release of that? The official news?
It is a thing that's happening.
Is it definitely? Because I have seen someone say that is fake.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Well, if it is real, I'm happy because that's the type of film that needs a remake in live action.
That and Treasure Planet.
Yeah, Treasure Island, isn't it?
No, it's Treasure Planet.
Yeah, there's
Was it Treasure
literally
Planet?
it's a fake.
Treasure Planet. Oh, don't say this. You've hurt my feelings now. Treasure Planet is Treasure Island.
I mean, I hope someone comes forward and corrects me, but it is fake. That is a fake post. They are not doing an Atlantis live action movie.
It does seem to be a fake post, which is makes me cry all the time.
That's like the film that needs it though, because it's not a very well remembered film.
Like that and Treasure Planet from that era of like Disney animation.
Yeah.
They need to, because those are good films, like that don't get enough recognition, and I don't need to see fucking Snow White or Little Mermaid or Mulan get remade again.
But would you like to see the Haunted Mansion?
What is the new Haunted Mansion?
So it's with Owen Wilson, Rosario Dawson, and Lakeith Stanfield as the leads.
Okay, cool.
But apparently the footage included cameos by Winona Ryder, pretty good. Dan Levy. How do you pronounce his?
Dan Levy.
Levy it is, isn't it? Because I questioned myself. I said Levy yesterday.
Like Eugene Levy.
Yeah. And
his
everyone's favourite, it's Morbin time, Jared.
You've just killed every single bit of hype that you built up for that movie in just one fell swoop, my friend.
Yeah, but it's Morbin time.
I think that movies have saved cinemas.
No, theaters would not exist without movies.
My favourite thing about this film is that it feels like a film that you go and watch in the theatre. I've been some absolutely wild things said. Some of them this week. Oh, God. Another thing that I've just realised that we've not mentioned is the new Percy Jackson, The Olympians.
Oh, yeah, I watched the trailer for that. It looks kind of
cool.
Kind of cool.
I read those books when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah, same.
And I really liked those books.
So, pretty interesting.
And I will be watching that series, because good books.
Actually, looks his age.
That he does, yeah. He doesn't look like Logan Lerman, who was probably in his mid-20s when he made that movie.
Yeah.
More stuff. Avatar.
What
Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say it before we talk about Avatar?
What?
James Cameron. Get in the fucking ocean.
That's not my bit. That's
your bit.
I'm just over it at this point.
James Cameron.
I was. My mother always said, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So I was just going to stay quiet during the Avatar.
I didn't see what happened with the Avatar thing.
I think they showed off more footage.
Okay, but
Avatar 4 started filming.
Yes,
that was the other thing they announced, that it started filming.
Can we talk about something more important?
What?
Alan Tudyk is now going from a chicken to a goat.
That man went to Juilliard.
Yeah, he will voice Valentino the goat in Disney's Wish.
I was watching, I think it was the Cosmonaut Transformers 3 video. And Alan Tudyk is in that film.
Oh my god, I forgot he's in that film.
He's John Turturro's butler.
He's the butler.
Who has like Hitman mode for some reason. And when they were watching it, when they saw Alan Tudyk on screen, someone just went, "That's the chicken from Moana." I was buckled. I was like, that is the role you picked to recognize Alan Tudyk.
I saw something about Sigourney Weaver playing Jake Sully's kid or something.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Yeah, I think she is actually.
Huh?
Because her character got. There was something to do with like the consciousness of the characters. I can't remember much about that film, but I think it's her. I don't know.
Stephen Lang's back. Slang, as he likes to be called. He likes to be called that. Did you not know this?
Slang Wang.
Slang. Oh. But he's not. And I've learned the name of Colonel USA now. Colonel Miles Quaritch. He's not playing Quaritch.
Isn't he?
No, he's well, he might be. but there's some wibbly wobbly people downloaded into avatar bodies kind of shit. So he's going to be Big Blue Man for the whole film.
But didn't he hate the big blue man?
Well, he's dead. His character died in the first film. So he gonna be Big Blue Man, as far as I can tell. But like you said, Avatar, I'm not excited. Didn't like the first one. I'm not really looking forward to this one.
Another Disney thing. It's Pixar again. Elio.
I've not seen this.
So it's a new Pixar film, obviously. The film follows a boy who is transported across the galaxy and mistaken for the intergalactic ambassador for Earth.
This sounds like the most Pixar movie imaginable.
It does sound very Pixar, doesn't it?
It's like, how many times can Pixar make the same movie just with the rotating cast of characters?
When will we get the obligatory first openly gay character in a Disney film?
Good question. We also got the Santa Claus. Got a poster for it. Was that the only thing we got for it?
There was a trailer.
Was there?
Yeah, Peyton Manning's in it.
I've not watched the trailer.
There's a little joke in the trailer where Peyton Manning basically says he can be like the new Santa Claus says ho ho ho, and then Tim Allen turns to him and said like Tom Brady got a better voice or something. And I was like, yeah, but this while I'm aware of the Tom Brady Peyton Manning discussion, I am not an American. I have no interest in American sports. Therefore, this joke doesn't appeal to me, and I kind of just lost interest in it after that.
Oh, but the Tim Allen
Bernard's coming back.
Yeah, I did see.
Really?
Yeah, Bernard's back.
Hey.
Same actor as well.
It's not a film either; it's a show.
Ah, well, more Santa Claus. More Santa Claus, Tim Allen, please.
It's good, miss.
Yeah, but I only like the first Santa Claus film. I think the other two are dog shit.
Oh, that's slander for the second one. I actually really enjoy the second one.
They're fun films. They're not meant to be,
Yeah, but they're not my Christmas films of choice,
Well, I don't think they're anyone's Christmas films of choice, to be honest with you.
Put the cookie down! Now!
I think, everyone goes to, the standard ones. You go to, Elf.
No, I'm over Elf as well.
You? The Grinch, Home Alone. That's what people... Nobody's going...
I was never massively into the Grinch.
No,
yeah, I do like Santa Claus though.
No one's going to Santa Claus as their main one,
Mine's Our Bed's Uncontrollable Christmas.
He just watches that episode on repeat for the entirety of December.
To be fair, I do watch it on Christmas.
To be fair, I used to do that with Gavin and Stacey's Christmas special.
I mean, there you go. I believe that's
Disney.
It. Is that it?
Yeah. I think that's really... Oh, wait. A sequel to a film that we really don't need. Disenchanted.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the trailer looked whack.
Why are we getting a sequel?
Everyone's back. And also,
even James Marsden. But he doesn't have Sonic with him.
Maya Rudolph's in it. And some other people that I recognized from the poster.
Yeah, I don't get why we're getting a sequel. It's been how long now?
A long
15 years.
15 years.
I'm pretty sure it came out in 2007.
Well, apparently Disenchanted takes place 15 years after Giselle and Robert's happily ever after. It's stupid.
Why?
Why do we need it? Why do we need it?
It's the red-headed Hollywood woman. Which one you pick? Jessica Chastain. It's not that one. It's
Jessica
Amy
Chastain
Adams.
and Bryce Dallas Howard are the same person.
Jessica Chastain's actually in good movies. Oh, I went there. Baby. Pretty sure she has an Oscar. A few things we did miss though. Going back to them before we round this out. Jamie Woo is returning for Ant-Man 3. Randall Park is coming back. Yay!
John Krasinski.
There was the video clip of Brie Larson, and I think it was along the lines of someone asked her how long she's going to be the Captain Marvel for, and she was like, "Do you even want me to make another one?"
Yikes. I don't.
I mean,
her.
I mean, it is very understandable because the entire internet has hated her for the last 5 years. I don't understand why.
Rightly so.
Yeah, no, it's got to the point now where she just hasn't done anything, and everyone's just
Oh, I hate her
still
so much. She's an entitled bitch.
Like the internet, like she has no motivation to make a new one because people aren't going to like it.
No.
What's
And the
point?
thing is, you can't blame how Captain Marvel went on her. You can blame it on the writers
And
director
the marketing.
and the marketing.
And the
I just
fact
don't
that
like her. I
has
just
an
don't like
Oscar.
her.
she does
Yeah,
have an Oscar.
I think
So
she's an
she
annoying
not-
bitch.
God, you're on the attack today.
You really are on one today.
Don't like her.
Should have postponed this.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
He's not happy. I think it's the last episode of the Cinemenage or Trois podcast.
Yes, we did it again.
Gotta get that one in there. Gotta get that
Yeah.
joke in every week. But it's not a joke. It's never a joke. You're lucky that we come back every week to do this. But I do believe that rounds out.
Yeah,
D23.
that's basically all of the stuff.
And now we're going to go into my Geekly Confession.
You're now tuned in to Geekly Confessions, where these three idiots share some things they may or may not be ashamed of. So sit back, relax, and prepare for some easy listening with Geekly Confessions.
This is more of an opinion piece because I didn't actually watch or play or listen to anything this week.
Yeah, because you're not committed to the cause.
Because I'm not committed to the cause. No, I have no desire to make this podcast. And like I said, every week is the last episode.
It is.
But this opinion piece is kind of related to the big issue with this conference and what I feel is every conference is that they show up and they have things there and we don't get to see them. Fucking stupid. I think all conferences should be available for people at home to watch.
Yeah, why can't they just stream it?
Because this was the big issue with Comic-Con, and it was now the big issue with D23, is that you rely on scrolling through Twitter.
We rely on discussing film
And
discussing film and
debussing film. Yeah. And you rely on people's shitty 360p recordings of things and wait for them to
Did
get
they take
leaked.
their like PSP or something and record it on there?
Yeah.
Did the PSP even have a camera?
I believe the PS Vita did.
Like a PS Vita. I don't know what quality that camera is. Probably shite though.
And you just have I would just rather get the information given to me because, I can't afford to fly out to wherever these conferences are, held. I can't afford to buy a ticket to Comic-Con, or I'm not invited to D23, stuff like that. But
That's the listeners' fault, because if they spread the word about us more, we'd have more listeners, therefore
But
we'd
I'm
make
just
more
as
money.
passionate about the things that are shown at these conferences as the people that get to go to them.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I don't always have the nicest things to say,
But we still got things to say.
but I still have things to say, and I like talking about them. And I'd like to be in a hall where they show me exclusive footage of stuff.
Yeah.
Why am I excluded from that? Yeah, and I feel like game conferences are better at it.
Yes,
But then
because
at the same
most
time-
of them are just streamed.
But then at the same time, they always show up and they bring like pre-rendered trailers and stuff, and they bring like nothing information for things.
Yeah.
And just like
Conferences need to change.
conferences do need to.
The hierarchy of conferences
This is
is
about
about to change.
like for the most part, watching conferences this year so far, I felt that I could put on a better conference, and
I feel any person who plays games or watches films can just put on a better conference.
I'm like, I feel like it was okay when E3 was still around.
Yeah,
Because E3 was, like a big industry thing, and there were so many people there that
it was.
there was-
at
there
the
was
end of the
always-
day, it was an investor.
there was always enough information coming out, and it was always easy enough to get a hold of for people
Yes.
like us. But now you get like these conferences, and you have like so much misinformation, and you have it like so difficult to
Yeah.
make head or tail of what's going on, as we've seen with the podcast today, where we reported on a story that was fake.
Yep.
Like, that's my piece. I think they suck. I think
You
conferences.
think conferences are stinky poo poo.
I think conferences are stinky poo poo, and I think people should either make them better or just stop making them and just reveal things as and when.
I mean, I do agree.
Um,
Although Ubisoft should just bring back the live dancers from
yeah,
Just Dance.
I think every conference should be live dancers from Just Dance.
because that was my favorite part of any E3. It's the Just Dance time.
I remember they brought Jason Derulo on to sing for them once.
Jason Derulo,
and he was so out of tune and he was off key. And
Yeah,
it was literally
that's the
worst
charm.
thing
I've seen
ever.
Jason Derulo live
Why?
because he was at a festival that I went to. So I was like, I'll just go see Jason Derulo.
Cringe.
It was pretty cringe, but I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The Ubisoft events, even when they're cringe, they're fun.
Mm-hmm.
I always find a Ubisoft event fun, even if the games they show are dog shit.
So that's my piece. I think gaming conferences, movie conferences, film and TV conferences, they're all good for the general public to get access to, and it should be made easier. And there shouldn't be this gatekeeping of exclusive content. And my son agrees with me, as you can all hear.
He's learning.
He's learning. He learns. He understands. He will truly appreciate cinema just like me.
Cinema on God.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Donations are accepted in the hat by the door. Please give me all your money. I'm very poor. And
So you can afford to go to a convention.
So I can
Well, no,
a conference.
Like I said, if the listeners spread the word, we get famous, we get money, then we can go and cover these things.
But they don't. They're not going to want our opinions, are they?
Our opinions are right, though.
Our opinions are the only correct opinions. That is true.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But that's me
Except
done.
for your dog shit opinions on Sonic. They can get in the bin.
Oh, I like Sonic. Don't tell me my opinion. I just don't get it, okay? I don't get it.
I'm just
Right,
going
I'm
to roll
changing
with the
my-
opinion that I don't like anything.
I'm changing my Geekly Confession after Ash's comment. Sonic is bullshit, and he's an absolute cretin for enjoying it.
All right, I'll take the L on that one.
There. Where's the Sonic plushie that I have?
Yeah, this man goes on about Sonic, and he has a Sonic plushie for his
Yeah,
child.
My son tried to nick it from Tesco.
I mean, exactly. He clearly likes Sonic.
Starting them young. Ooh.
So, I
believe that's
it.
That's
Do we
the
want
final.
That's the final episode of Cinemenage.
That's the final episode once again of the Cinemenage podcast.
So, we're going to move on to our recommendations.
My one's
Yeah.
in the vein of Owl's Geekly Confession.
Mm.
Stop supporting these conferences. Stop watching them because they're always bad.
Well, we
For the
can't
most
fucking
part.
watch him anyway.
No, but you know what I mean. Like
We didn't get a
after this year, I'm over them.
He's putting us out of a job.
Yeah.
After Gamescom and SDCC and fucking Summer Games Fest. I know we didn't cover that, but like we watched it. I'm just over them. Just stop supporting these conferences. They're bad.
I recommend that everyone keeps an eye on Twitter every day because, as we've seen this week, the state of the world can change at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
As it started with bullying the man for the sax song, then Chris Pine getting spat on by Harry Styles, then old Lizzie popping her clogs.
Yeah. It's all connected.
It's all connected. Every single one of those events is connected. Everything, everyone. All once. Good film. I put on my letterbox that it was the only film this year that I could say was just a good film, and I had nothing else to say about it because it was that good.
Isn't that the chorus to Bo Burnham's Welcome to the Internet?
Welcome. Is there anything better than Pussy? Yes,
Yes, a really good book.
God, you threw me off my cadence. Then I really have to think of a joke to fill that in, and I just stole someone else's, as I do all the time. Nothing I say is original.
I'm gonna go full Assassin's Creed chill, and I'm going to recommend an Assassin's Creed game. Can you guys guess which one it's going to be, though?
3.
No.
Four.
I've just looked at our Snapchat. I'm so sorry.
Ash knows, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, there we go. Ash, you can do your recommendation now.
So it is Assassin's Creed Unity, a game which I think is really underrated because it came out with a fuck ton of bugs and people's faces were disappearing all over the gaff.
They were.
And yeah, and they are painfully not French because they all speak in English accents, proper British, like, innit?
Proper British.
Biker Grove.
That's not proper, is it?
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I'll agree with that. It's a pretty underrated game. Pretty fun. I really like it.
Good multiplayer as well. So, do you have a recommendation, Josh?
No, that is my recommendation. Stop watching this
Oh,
shit.
that's your real one.
It is his real one. It's not
stop. I'm over it. I'm fed up with these conferences. Stop watching them. Stop supporting them. They'll go away, and then we'll go back to the old way of having E3, and it's more aimed at game conferences rather than film. But like, stop watching them, then we'll go back to E3, and the world will be fixed again.
Wow, that was fun.
Well, so thank you for listening. I've been Mr. Fantastic.
I've been the Brick, and I come mud.
I can't even remember who I was.
You're the Invisible Woman.
That's me.
Thank you all for listening. Bye.
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 I feel like no one wants me, and I hate the way I'm perceived, and I only have 2 real friends, and lately I'm a nervous wreck, 'cause I love people I don't like, and I hate every song I write, and I'm not cool, and I'm not smart, and I can't even parallel park. All I did was try my best, it's the kind of thanks I get, unrelentlessly upset. They say these are the golden years, but I wish I could disappear. Ego crushes, goes severe. God, it's brutal out here.